Hey everybody, it's the Dudes with Attitude podcast. It's your favorite collective of wrestling boomers doing the impossible, reliving the glorious and greatest era of professional wrestling, one show at a time, the WWF Attitude Era. I am your host, the good Dr. Legend, and I'm joined as always by the magnificent one, Brett Evers.
Oh, it's me, the pal guy B. Bam! Ah,
You gotta say it twice. It's me. It's me. You fucked it up.
because if I do it that way, then it is technically infringing upon his intellectual property.
How? No. You're gonna have you're gonna have the cubic zirconium cutter now? Is that it? You're just the hey, can we have DDP? We have
Cutter?
DDP at home.
It's the magnificent stunner.
Well, speaking of the opposite of magnificent, the supreme submission machine, Angelo.
I have always been the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Bed?
You know, I will say this, viewers. I'm shocked because I didn't know my brother could read, and he's reading those lines like nobody's business. So give him congratulations.
I mean, at least he's keeping up with the Bret Hart thing and is marking for himself.
That's true. And finally, we should call him a special guest at this point because he's only every once in a while. No ego himself. Weasel Magnific.
Kane Dewey! Dewey formerly is a 3-year-old little boy, you sick son of a bitches!
Oh, man.
Hey, I just want to say
Lord.
before we start this week's Raw, my brother posted something hilarious on our wrestling Facebook page.
Oh my God, yes.
And if you haven't seen it yet, it's Cody Rhodes talking about the worst match ever. I'd never seen this clip before.
Oh, fuck on me!
Fuck on me. I just want to say,
I was thinking about doing that intro today, but I was like, I don't know if I want to start off already cursing as soon as the show starts.
it's like Dr. Legend's trying to fuck on me.
You gotta do it the right
The
way.
best part was
My
like
referee was trying to fuck on me.
Vince
Hey,
like
that ref.
looked around, put his headset back on, and he just went back to work.
He's like,
What do
I'm
you
not
say to
touching this one.
that?
I'm not touching this one with a 10-foot pole.
That referee, he
He's like-
fucked on me.
He's like this fucking punk's probably on coke or something. Fuck this guy.
I'm gonna put him in the Marine too, and they're
Lord.
never gonna see him again.
That's probably why he never got brought back.
Speaking
Anyways,
of other incidents, I posted something in our Discord. Our last show got got copyright struck, and it is not available to view in certain countries. I don't know why we pissed them off, but like Russia, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, we're banned there for some reason, and I don't
Nice.
remember saying anything about those countries.
I don't know. I don't think we did.
I think that they figured that Weasel is going to be on the next show, and they're like, let's divert the audience away to the Weasel.
They don't want no punji punji?
Now we're banned.
Now we're-
There goes. Now Aziz Ansari is going to cancel us. So we're coming off the whirlwind of the Royal Rumble, working our way over towards No Way Out of Texas.
Oh.
Maybe one of the stupidest names of a pay-per-view of all time. I don't know. I like No Way Out, the name. I thought that's fine, but No Way Out of Texas, just why? I don't like when they put the city names as a part of.
Is that the whole name of it? No Way Out of Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
That's
full name of that
bad.
one. And then
That's
the next
bad.
year they cut out. They just made it No Way Out.
Texas is such a shithole. I mean,
Well, I mean, they did have Tuesday in Texas, so you know.
That's
you
what I'm
gotta
saying.
keep up.
That was dumb too. Like, I don't know what they're thinking, but again, they had to have a buffer show because dumb Bischoff was like, "Fuck, I can do one a month pay-per-views and people will buy them." They was like, "We gotta copy them. We gotta do once a month. We're missing that pay-per-view revenue."
you're not wrong. That's literally why he did it.
Yeah, I mean that is.
But we're coming off the Tyson stuff, and I know the Tyson stuff is remembered very fondly in the internet. But you clowns that are going like, "Oh yeah, the Tyson stuff was great." You clowns haven't been on the road like we have, watching every fucking minute of Raw, enduring this bullshit tag team matches, DQ finishes, and all this crap for 2 to 3 nuggets of something decent. Like,
Are you
so-
calling me a nugget? Sorry, we're not there
from
yet.
this angle, you're kind of like a boulder.
But
Uh,
shh.
but it's we're I know we're circling again. I keep saying this. We're circling towards something good, and we're gonna get there. But we got to kind of sift through this stuff. And I think the reason why they don't talk about the era that, like, the specific time period we're going through is because it was that bad, and no one remembers this stuff. But you got to remember that, like, people like us, I would stick out these Raws because I was like, okay, something good's coming, something good. I was a diehard WWE at the time, despite my favorite wrestler being over in the other company. I would still watch WWE religiously, and I didn't think there was much that could switch me over to WCW. I don't even think I channel surfed. I know my brother did, because my brother was just like eating up wrestling. He'd go back and forth all the time. He missed the. I'll talk about it probably when we get there in a couple of years. The big Jericho title change on Raw.
I was watching. No, I wasn't even watching wrestling.
I love.
I
Yes.
ran in the room and like, going, oh my god, Jericho just won the title, and he's like, oh. It was a fun moment, and that was the cool thing about Raw and stuff like that. So, I'm hoping we got to have a good show today. I'm willing it to happen. Something good's gonna happen tonight. As long as DX doesn't talk for more than 10 minutes, something good's gonna happen.
Want to put money on that?
No. Absolutely not. No way in out of Texas, and no way in hell. Before we get started, guys, what are you drinking?
I have Coke Zero, as usual, in my iced Yeti cup.
Ooh. Is that it? Okay. So I got my Pepsi Wild Cherry, 0 sugar. That's the soda. And because I've had such a horrible, terrible time sleeping the last week, I got myself a Bang. Black Cherry Vanilla Bang.
You've been having trouble sleeping, so you're drinking that?
Yep.
Are you opposite? You're opposite, huh?
I'm opposite. I actually am. I didn't drink anything yesterday, and I was terrible. Couldn't sleep, tossed, turned the whole night. Night before, I had one of these, and I knocked out like a champ until my neighbors started fighting and all that stuff, and woke me up 3 times.
How dare them?
Chris?
I'm drinking a Monster, and I got myself my Tropicana.
I love how I always introduce us as wrestling boomers, and Chris is still trying to live like it's 20 years ago, and he's 15 years old.
Yeah, it's still.
He's like, I've got Coke Zero. I've got Coke Zero with lime. Monster!
He's like, I got Fruitopias, bitch.
Yeah, right.
Y'all remember Fruitopias?
Yeah,
Yep.
They were
I
bad.
miss those.
I'm cheap today. I've got my classic Aha raspberry acai. I would have gotten a La Croix, but it was like on the bottom shelf of the fridge, and I was too lazy to reach for it. So I was just like,
Fair
this
enough.
one is closer. So this is exactly what I will be drinking. All right, guys, we're ready to start the show on
Cheers.
Peacock. In 3, 2, 1. Different languages in more than 500 million.
So the ratings for this week dropped again. Actually, no, they stayed steady at 3.5, but Nitro picked up to a 4.9. They were a 4.7.
Oh,
This is actually a decent promo. This is actually a decent promo.
is this the promo I think it is?
Yeah.
Good evening,
It is.
my fellow Americans. This past week, the Generation X was informed that TSN, Star TV, Sky Sports, and USA Network is drawing
Sky
the line on
Sports.
standards and practices
Blame
for
Canada.
WWF programming. And to
They
check
cut out the scene from last week then where they had to apologize for
be
this?
careful what we do and what we don't do.
I don't
Apologize for this?
Trouble every time we do something.
Yeah, because of
Therefore, the following is the standard and
What were they
practice
remember
apologizing?
what they did last
WWF
week.
promises
They were just talking shit in the locker room. They didn't even come out in the ring.
From the hours of 9 to 10 p.m.
Uh-oh. You know what's funny?
Oh,
on,
yes.
on the D-Generation X DVD, there's an outtakes of this. The outtakes are actually funnier than this promo.
Hmm.
Because they're like, you're not supposed to say bleep, and he goes, oh, bleep, and he goes, yeah, bleep, 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 oh, up me, and they end up saying all the words they're not supposed to. It's good.
I see the uncensored version. It's hilarious too.
Yeah.
You know what? I might be the only one, but I think the bleeps are funnier than actually hearing the words.
Yeah, it's more impactful.
Because like in Reno 911, the first season, there was a censor. They had the bleeps, and it was funny because you weren't supposed to, like, oh, you're not supposed to, but then they uncensored the DVD releases after that, and I was like, oh, it's not as funny.
It is more funny when it's censored.
Any other racial or sexual slurs.
Racial slurs.
What did I just say about ethnic slurs? Oh, this is it.
Should have taken that bet now. This is instantly the best
You know
promo
why?
they do together.
You know why it's so good? Because it's fucking short.
And it's to the point, right? Like they're this is actually kind of creative. Like, hey,
Man,
We're gonna-
look at China holding that belt. Can you imagine that was this close to actually happening?
As a matter of fact,
Damn.
she
Yeah, I'm so dead.
wait, they were gonna put the world title on her.
Yeah, there was plans because she was so over that they wanted
She
to put
was
the
at one
world
point.
belt on her. The world title. Because the thing was, you couldn't stick her in a women's division because when they did that, like no woman was her size. No woman still is her size. Like today, if she had any competition, it would have been like Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey, and that's it.
Oh,
Maybe
her and
Charlotte
Awesome
Flair.
Kong. Awesome Kong would have a good match with her.
But she would destroy all the other women. Like her match with Ivory at the WrestleMania X7 proves it. And
Well, Ivory's
Well, the
kind
wor-
of small though.
The worst thing they ever did was put her in the women's division because she was built as a monster before that.
I mean, as far as like putting the belts on her, I get. Hey, if you're over, you're over. WWE of today should be like a 10-time world champion.
But yeah,
She
God,
might be.
Ziggler is a 2-time world champion, and she's nowhere near as over as China was.
I mean, Zack Ryder
Look
got a
at the
US.
sea of these signs.
They are in. This week's Raw is in Indianapolis, Indiana, Market Square Arena.
God, they're not even in the two tier arenas yet. They're still in the 1 tier.
This is the ass end of the Midwest, as I like to call it.
At least those seats look comfy, not like those fucking school chairs last week.
Oh.
Oh, we're live tonight too. Oh, come
that's
on,
right.
we already got you.
Hey, at least it's not the New Age Outlaws.
This is the thing too, because we gotta watch the stupid build up to it. Like, okay, if it's a match, fine. You're coming out for a fucking promo.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the promo. This is the promo. Yes, finally. Oh my god. Okay, something is good. Something. I knew it. Something good is gonna happen tonight.
I told you guys, Russo has some good stuff, man.
Get out. Russo has good stuff. That's right. That's why he became a fucking billionaire after he left WWE, right?
Yeah, man. Look at this podcast, man.
In his mind.
I'm sure both of his viewers are very impressed.
Well, that's 2 more than we probably have.
Well, my mom watches. She doesn't understand a word of it, but she watches.
We have 46% of the market.
What are you talking about?
I don't think that stat is what that meant.
Well, that's what I took it as.
We're at 40% of the wrestling
Yeah, we have
podcast market.
44% of the whole United States watching our podcast.
Right. This is in '98. There's no campaign going on or anything like that, but I guess they're. I'd rather be in China. No, you wouldn't. See, that's the thing though, like about these stunts that they pull, whatever. They gotta clean that shit up. So that means we're gonna get like promos and other bullshit while the cleaning crew comes in here to sweep this shit up.
Certainly glad Sean and Hunter cleared up that little business about
Tyson versus Austin. Uncle Sam wants Tyson Austin.
I know I was confused.
I
I
want
want a
a bodacious.
bodacious blonde.
Uncle Sam wants Tyson Austin. That's the
Oh, his mic wasn't working.
Mike Tyson and Stone Cold.
This is actually a great segment. I love this. They don't show this segment enough.
The rattlesnake and the pit bull. Two men who stand for principle. Two men who represent different beliefs. Two men.
Kayfabe, why do you think Sean would do something like this?
So, what do we
To distract Austin from his title match and go, hey,
I love idiots who write signs and then they don't account for the length of the words. They have to put a hyphen on a single word. That guy signs a degener Asian X on the second line.
no.
Back to your why would Sean do this in kayfabe? Want to try to get Austin and Tyson to fight because if Tyson even remotely sets up Austin or injures him, that makes your match against him at WrestleMania a little bit easier on you if you have an injured Austin. I mean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. That's. I'm just. This doesn't seem like a DX kind of thing to do. Uh-oh.
It- Uh-oh.
That's my favorite Michael Cole line. Who said fight? Who said fight?
Uh-oh. Business
He's
is
got a
about to pick
microphone.
up.
We didn't see Austin last week, did we? Or we did at the end?
At the
for like
very
3
end.
minutes.
Austin taking his rightful place at the start of the show. But again, we're live, so the live shows are cued and probably written differently than the taped ones.
Probably.
It's so weird to see that they're almost the same height, but Austin looks bigger than Michaels.
Bulkier, yeah.
He's
Dude,
definitely bulkier.
I've met Shawn Michaels. The dude is tiny. He is a small man.
Yeah, we took a photo with him,
And
remember?
apparently a very
Yeah.
disgruntled man, not a very happy guy.
You
Oh,
would
yeah.
too if you just lost the fucking Rumble to Taker.
So
Yeah, I
My
mean, we
favorite-
were
my
all
favorite
tired.
is,
All three of us in that photo were tired. You could tell just by the looks on our faces. He wasn't smiling, and me and Angela both were not smiling. We just took a photo. Because we were like, it's Shawn Michaels. Why would you not take a photo with Shawn Michaels?
My
Remember, we
favorite
kept
is
talking to Chris, too, and Chris wouldn't go.
dude, no, Chris took a picture with him.
Did he?
Yeah, I have all those pictures. But the best part about it was Chris was so happy to meet him, but he was such a dick and was so like not interested. I kind of felt bad. I'm like, wow, you just met your hero and he's a piece of shit.
Because he lost, understandable.
But,
he was just
this-
he looked really tired though, so I don't blame him. He looked like he was spent.
remember, they wrestled 11 minutes after the Rumble. Like at the last two, they were there for 11 minutes in that ring.
And Shawn came in early in the match, too, didn't he?
He was late 20s.
Didn't you guys take a photo with Coach too?
We
Yes.
Think
I got a
so.
photo.
Coach and what was his face?
Todd Grisham and Lillian Garcia.
Oh,
Lillian
yeah.
was the only one that looked happy.
She was
Yeah.
like happy to take a picture with us. She was like so happy, like, oh wow, they want to take a picture with me. She was sweet. I love her.
Yeah, she was the best.
The best person though that I ever met was Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
He treated me like I was one of his best friends. I'll never ever forget what he it was incredible. Like I was so happy.
Who's the one that sat next to him?
Me.
Why you gotta bring up old shit, Chris?
I don't remember who it was.
It was because it wasn't
sure
you
shit
because you
wasn't
kept
me.
taking fucking creep shots, like looks at him like the whole fucking time. You'd look down the thing, you just had to creep on Rob like. And then he looked back at me and his smile get a little bit bigger.
What a guy. His girlfriend at the time was hot too.
That's his wife.
That was his wife, yeah.
Well, his ex-wife.
Oh,
now.
ex-wife.
Oh, he got divorced?
Yeah, a while ago.
Oh. I used to watch RVD TV on YouTube back in like the mid-aughts when YouTube wasn't even that big. And one time he went to the Huntington Beach training center where like Tito Ortiz trains, and he had Samoa Joe there. And I can't remember what the episode was, but he was like, Samoa Joe was showing him his kicks. They were trading kicks. And then Justin McCauley, who's like a pro heavyweight MMA fighter, showed him their kicks. And they were like, yeah, I think we're good. We're not going to mess with those kicks.
Austin is wrestling tonight?
Yep, he's wrestling Road Dogg, I think, or Billy Gunn.
What?
That
Cactus
was
Jack
Owen,
and
wasn't it?
Chainsaw Charlie are wrestling each other? Did I read that right?
I didn't see that one.
Probably. I think they do wrestle each other at one point. Oh, they're like teaming together.
Idiots. Fucking idiots. You know, isn't that a weird staple you see in like the Rumble? Where like the heel tag team will always work together in the Rumble no matter what. But the face tag team, like fucking morons, will beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
That's always happens.
I don't know why. Like what? Like oh, they want to put on a good show. Like no, no. I take it back. The only team that didn't do it because they actually are fucking smart tag team were the Steiner brothers in '94. You didn't really have a chance to because fucking Quang sprayed that green mist in Rick's eyes and fucked him up.
Oh,
Dude,
Quang.
he was fucked up the whole match. I felt bad. I was like, man, you just get green shit spit in your face. But then again, it's like, isn't that kind of like a waste in your opinion? Like you fly all the way over there to do this show and you're in there for less than 2 minutes and you get shit spit in your eye.
Hey, some people love like the tag teams who know they're not going to win. You mean they're only going to work for 5 minutes? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
You know what?
That is
I feel worse for fucking Quang. He's got that shit in his mouth that he can't get rid of. He's got to swallow it. He can't spit it out. He'll break
It's like it's a Ziploc bag that he just bites down, and it's pretty easy.
And what's it called? Because that's why what's his name? Ricky the Dragon Steamboat left again at 91 because they made him like into the real dragon. Like they made him wear the outfit and everything. They made him breathe fire, so he had to walk to the ring with like a mouth of lighter fluid, and he'd blow it into the thing. And he goes, "But I was done by the time I got into the ring and everything like that. The stuff was in my mouth. I was coughing and hacking, and I couldn't perform." And he was out. He came back at SummerSlam 91. He didn't even make it to Survivor Series 91.
Nobody cares about you, and no one cares about that high-flying stuff.
Oh my God, Mick is actually saying something I agree with.
And no one's going to care.
Looks like he's doing his ECW stick again.
Why is he like trying to turn like this is like a heel promo?
He's a hip cat.
You know what's funny? Mick Foley is one of the best heels and one of the best baby faces ever, and nobody even knows it. How good of a heel he could be.
I mean, I'm not a big. The whole him and Edge as hardcore co-champions. That wasn't a great run.
Well, that's not one of his best, but I mean, the work he did as Mankind, the work he did as Mick Foley as the champion feuding with The Rock. I mean, he had some big stuff going on. The guy earned it. Like even what's his face? Even Bret Hart was like, yeah, I loved working with Mick because he had the best psychology in the business.
Oh, that's bullshit.
He did. He said Mick Foley had amazing psychology because you never knew what he was going to do
But
next.
best in the business? No way.
Yeah.
He's even the best psychology in his house.
He's
Dude,
a fucking clown.
So I'm going to say this once, and I hope it strikes at your soul. Randy Orton sucks.
How'd you like Randy Orton?
I love Legend Killer Randy Orton. That guy was a boss.
Oh, dude, I thought Legend Killer Randy Orton was for sure going to beat Undertaker at WrestleMania 21.
Yeah.
I honestly think he should have, because then they kept well, if they didn't do it, then they wouldn't have. Probably would never have gotten Taker Sean and Taker Sean 2 or whatever.
Maybe.
What I hate most about Randy Orton is for a good 10 years, any picture you took, you went like this.
That's my pose.
It's not.
He doesn't even do that now. It's like a quasi touchdown thing because he bends the elbows. He's like, ah.
Let's be honest. We all loved Randy Orton because Randy Orton was the John Cena killer.
Oh yeah, when he punted fucking Triple H and pinned Cena. One of the
That was
best
one of the-
WrestleMania moments of all time.
So great.
Because it was like they had a poll. Who's gonna win? It was like 48% Cena, 37% Triple H, 9% Orton. I was like, look at those 9%, those fucking idiots.
Yeah, because I don't think any of us picked Orton to win that match. Did they?
No, none of us did. Because we were like, it's gotta be fucking Cena.
Oh,
Because that was a Rumble. Cena came back as a surprise entrant in 30-1. And me, Angelo, and Chris went to No Way Out.
I know.
And that's where my brother lost.
You guys
the
never even
bet on
asked me if I
wrestling.
wanted to go.
I know, what a dick, Angelo. You don't ask your friend if you want to go see wrestling.
Wait, what?
Look at him play dumb.
Hey, Brett went to WrestleMania in San Francisco and didn't even call me.
But he didn't even go. But you didn't even call him up to go see No Way Out.
Yes, I did. He couldn't go because he forgot what number to call to have his mother pick him up from school or something.
Wow.
Lies. Oh shit!
Great wrestling psychology. Look at this. Fucking geniuses at work here, guys. This is some catch cam fucking psychology.
I guess all he has to do is take steroids, get some tattoos, and do a drop kick, and bam.
You have
he's
to give
just
him
a
credit
wrestler.
though for the roll down because realistically, if you were to do a small package on a slant, isn't that what would happen? Is you would just keep rolling?
not gonna lie, but it's, you know what? It's been what, since Kurgan that we last saw a jobber match here on Raw.
Oh.
True.
You trying to say something about this match?
I'm trying to say something about Funk.
no!
Look at him selling. Who sells like that?
I mean, I don't know why they're doing this match on Raw. I mean, at the time, I thought this was entertaining, but now I'm just kind of like, all right, like it's two old guys.
Because they're a
beating
tag
shit.
team too. Why would a tag team wrestle each other?
Yeah. And that would be like a point like of dissension, like a cohesive unit. I mean, if these guys wanted to, they could probably put on a pretty good WrestleMania match against each other. But the thing is, how many times have they wrestled each other? It's probably old fucking news at this point.
I think at least over a dozen times in Japan. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a ton.
Oh, great psychology here. Take the trash can and hit me with it.
Okay, you're looking at their worst match ever. Okay. Like, oh.
I would
I hope you joke
expect
on that.
somebody who's considered the greatest wrestling mind of all time to have a good match, never have a bad one. But apparently, I'm wrong.
Oh!
Oh!
Look at that. Excellent psychology. He
Excellent
hit the head. I know.
Oh my god!
That was a good one.
Oh my
Not gonna lie, I always wanted to go get those aluminum trash cans. I wanted to see if they actually really would crumble when I hit
I got
someone
hit
with them.
I got hit in the head with an actual stop sign once.
Oh,
My brother's an asshole.
We were wrestling, bro.
No, it was not a fucking weapons match.
We were in the pool. All things are.
I was coming out of the
all
water from
things are legal in the pool.
Oh God! Quit
and all of a
crying.
sudden I get up to get some air and I barely get my nose over the water before I hear boom and he on top of my head with a stop sign. And
I watched
yes,
way
it was a
too much
legit
ECW.
stop sign.
It was a legit stop sign. One of our friends stole a stop sign, and
No.
yeah,
Great psychology.
Oh, great pile driver. That totally worked.
You're going to commercial? That's a Mercy commercial. Huh. What the fuck? Oh no, the fucking ladder spot.
Oh!
They certainly are. These men love to fight, as we said before we went to break. Some buddies like to go play golf. These buddies like to fight.
I mean, I was never the biggest fan of ECW, and it's because of shit like this. Like, yeah, it's cool to see all this extreme stuff, but it's like once you see the extreme stuff, you become desensitized to it. It's not as extreme anymore.
Well, I was never a big fan of the weapons stuff in ECW. I was more of a fan of like the Rob Van Dams, the Lance
I wasn't.
Storms.
No, it's not a diss on you or anything like that. I'm just trying to say in like general, like when McMahon was like, "You got to change your product." You remember he's telling Paul, he goes, "You got to change your product.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to a wider audience now." And Paul's like, "No, fuck you. We're just gonna do the same thing we did all over and over again." And I was like, you know what? Maybe that was part of his downfall too. Like just presenting the same stuff and people seeing it's like these are just a bunch of fucking jobbers beating each other up with fucking nine. Oh god.
No, I actually agree with you that stuff that they were doing, like the garbage can stuff, that's what people thought hardcore wrestling was. And to me, hardcore wrestling was just a little bit edgier stuff, kind of like the Dudley Boys type stuff, not necessarily the weapons and the blade, the cheese grater stuff. That to me, and this kind of stuff is like, I'm not going to sit here and defend it. This is garbage wrestling.
No. In its ultimate essence, though, ECW is the kind of wrestling we want to see because we don't want to see DQ finishes and we don't want to see countouts. So ECW is like, we're going to take that out. There's always going to be a finish to our match. Awesome, fine, do that. That's cool.
The problem is there's almost always weapons though, and that's what like.
Not always.
I get what you're saying.
Oh, and don't even
Not
give me
always,
that bullshit about Rob Van Dam last storm because you were a New Jack Mark.
Well, like when I was like 15, yeah. Now when you're 15 and you're crazy and yeah, So no, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Oh!
Like the stunt stuff is cool once in a while.
Well, there's a payoff coming up to this.
Yeah, right.
This payoff.
That's right here.
It's what sets up the
Match at WrestleMania, right?
Clunk.
Well, it sets up to be a part of the multi-10 match.
Like this, you never saw this. Like when you saw this for the first time, you flipped the fuck out.
Right, because it was the first time we saw it.
Whee! They should slap an ECW on it and send it back like the OVW.
Return to sender.
That was hilarious. They did that on Raw once with the Spirit Squad.
Yeah, buried them.
God.
Oh, Spirit Squad.
Chris could do the Spirit Squad intro like nobody's business.
Mikey.
Very good.
Mikey, I thought it was you.
You would start making up names like Lando, Boogie.
Lando.
Wasn't one of them Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah.
Mikey. Oh, Nikki.
That's how Dolph got his start in WWE.
Oh,
This is a member of the Spirit Squad.
Oh my god, I miss this JR voice. There's people in there! Yeah, those two idiots that decided to wrestle each other for no fucking reason.
But I liked it though too, because then you can actually see like there actually was some fear in their eyes after, like they can't believe they did it. Like they went too far.
Actually locking. Oh my god, it's our
There's
boy!
Mero.
It's our boy, look at him! What a guy! Goes out there.
Along with Flash Funk, the Thrash, what are they called? The Headbangers?
The Mosh, but yeah, the Headbangers.
I was gonna say the Thrashers.
I was gonna say the Mosh Brothers.
The Mosh Brother.
Mosh Brothers.
Go on, take him out, Mark. Barry Windham? His hair's not black anymore?
Flash Funk.
They couldn't have been. Oh, there's shit. There's Owen.
Is that Owen?
Yeah.
Is
Sonny.
that
That's Sonny?
Sonny or Sable?
No, her hair's too short. Oh, Tommy Dreamer, what are you doing here?
It's the who's who.
Is that Tommy?
It's the
No.
who's that.
Look at all that. Look at all that popcorn in there. to
Look
help
at this
protect
elite
them.
list of people who will never be in the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Cold-blooded son of a bitch, man.
Though I will say Owen should be in the Hall of Fame, but he'll never,
I
never
give,
be in that one.
I kid, guys. I think any of these guys can get into the Hall of Fame.
Well, I agree.
They-
Our first
they-
inductee into the Dudes
No.
with Attitudes Hall of Fame would be Mark Marrow.
They just have to buy a ticket first.
Nah.
Cold-blooded. Bang, bang.
We should do like maybe an award show after our first year where we kind of run down the
Favorite
year.
episodes. Yeah.
Favorite show, favorite moment, things like that. That'd be fun. Man, they're taking this way too seriously. Like,
They're
That was
definitely
the thing.
even King is
Definitely
out there.
eating up like time.
There you see Cactus Jack up on the Titantron.
I mean, I think when they tied up the lids, that was the smartest thing they could have done because they didn't want that in case that thing rolled forward, the lids open, that could have like crushed them.
Yeah, they did it as safe as possible.
Yeah, it was the
they're
safest
just making it
little
look-
daintiest fucking drop.
I know
Bubba
it's not even that.
fucking did worse to what's her name, Mae Young.
Mae Young, yeah.
Oh,
my God,
yeah.
I can't wait for the Dudleys to show up. That's gonna be the
Well, and that
Oh,
went
and
through
it's
a
a
table
table.
too, so
This is not.
You know what's
I
funny?
didn't realize that.
I was
before.
like, why the fuck did they always make Bubba stutter? But that was actually his starting gimmick at ECW.
Yeah.
He
It was a
actually,
really good one, too.
I remember seeing this and like, why aren't they pulling him out and taking him to the hospital? Like,
Terry and Cactus mean a lot to them. Many of these superstars look up to these two.
Terry Funk, 53
many
years of
superstars
age.
look up to these two.
He's a legend in this business, to say the least. Cactus Jack certainly
Legend.
What?
He's a legend.
Legend?
Legend.
Not even Jeff Jarrett is out here.
Oh, even Vince is out.
What the
What?
fuck?
I know. I told you it was a serious angle.
It's planned. We didn't mean to hurt them. No. What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember this. Stop it right now!
It couldn't have been a safer, less painful thing that happened to them, and they're acting like they're fucking dead. But I mean, you know, for a live show, I think that's why they're milking it, because now your people are switching over from WCW. Like, oh my god, did you hear what happened to Mick Foley and Terry
Exactly.
Funk? Holy shit. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. Why the fuck? Who says that?
television ratings and competition and all that.
What were you trying to do? We were just trying to scare them.
We didn't think it would kill him.
Two men, Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie. They gotta have
Welcome.
medical- Oh my God.
Having her
Sirens
cutting a
on the
promo.
video?
We will be back
Uh-oh.
in just a moment.
Oh boy. You okay, Mikey? That was the whole commercial break right there.
We are live, ladies and
They're still on it.
Damn.
This is 2 segments now.
They're really selling this, man.
Cactus Jack,
This is
Chainsaw
too much.
Charlie.
All right.
But you're right. If it was all a ploy to get people to switch Nitro to Raw, then
Moments ago,
I guess you'd milk
They're
it.
on the fucking pay-per-view 2 weeks later. Come
Do you know
on.
what that means? We've already got one match with no finish.
Damn it, Brett. Why you gotta bring that up?
Hey, just gotta state the obvious. That's my job.
This is bullshit.
The injuries to these two individuals. Do you see Terry Funk
They're
taking
like-
neck brace?
They're like, this is not how it would happen with EMTs or whatever. They would have got him out and into the stretcher within minutes.
It is sunny, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she like crying?
Yeah, she's holding
getting over a term
Lucky Funk.
to get
She's in her gears. I didn't want to see her tonight. I mean, we only usually see her when we get some shitty fucking matches. Oh God, no, Sonny! Damn it! Don't be an omen. Crowd cheering? What are they cheering for?
Oh, I think the guys are going after him. Like Flash Funk's like going after him.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Get him, Flash! Yeah. He got to get himself over somehow.
Oh yeah.
What was his
Think about
name in
that.
ECW?
Cold
Too
Scorpio.
Cold Scorpio.
Scorpio.
That was such a good. You know what? People don't know.
Technically was his name, period. It was Vince that made him Flash Funk.
Because he was trying to license it and sell it.
Yeah.
He wants the copyright. Like
That's what Vince
him
does.
and Marcus Alexander Bagwell, Mr. Buff Bagwell himself, were an amazing tag team together.
This is actually a stolen theme.
What?
ECW did a very similar angle when Tommy Dreamer hit Sandman.
Oh, and all the wrestlers came out and he blinded them.
Yeah. Now, wow. Look, there's just...
Oh, the heels
There you
and
go.
the faces
Now it's
all came
breaking
out.
down.
Yeah. Wait. When did that happen? Can you get us a date on this, Angelo? How close was it? I think it was 97.
It was 95 when that
Oh,
happened.
really? Wow.
Yeah. Damn. They're all just trying to kick their... Look, Shamrock's there.
Oh, God, he's going to kill him. Like, if this is real, those guys would tear them apart. They'd be in the stretchers right next to fucking.
Well, they probably saw the buzz they got last week from the Austin Tyson commotion, and now this is kind of like something similar. He's dead.
I will say Funk sells. He definitely sells. Death.
The thing isn't
He
even
sells
over.
death.
Did you see where he positioned that thing? It wasn't even over his mouth. That fucking.
Oh, it wasn't.
This is.
Because if they were legit putting him on the board, the arms would be like this, and the straps would be over the arms. They couldn't move.
I will say this though. This has probably been the better Raw since the last two we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you were trying to get two heels over, I can't really think of another way to get them over.
That's what that's what Mick Foley's job was in WWE and the Attitude Era, getting people over.
And Funk too. Funk got people over like a mofo, and
But he didn't. He was not long for this world. He left like right after WrestleMania.
Well, Funk always leaves. Like he's not really stable. Like he would go he went to WCW for like 6 months and like
Who's the
2000.
dude in the white jacket and hat? Is that one of the Bariquas?
I think
It's Savio, isn't it?
No,
No,
Savio's.
Savio's in there.
He's inside. He's got the Puerto Rican shit on. That was one of my brother's early boys. You guys didn't know this. My brother's a huge Savio Vega fan.
I was a big because he
The Razor friend, right?
yeah, he was a friend of Razor's. So any friend of Razor's a friend of mine.
I mean, to his credit, Savio Vega is talented. He can move for his size and his shape. He can move really well. Oh, there's Owen. God, man, what they could have done with Owen to set up the Austin thing. Could you imagine an Owen-Austin feud for the title? Because I broke you once, Steve, and I'll do it again.
If they could have fucking built him right.
It's the most disappointing part is if Owen would have stayed around for like Ruthless Aggression era, he probably would have been in the main event scene because he would have had matches with Benoit, Jericho, Guerrero, Angle.
Well, he had a hard time sticking around. He had a hard time hanging on.
Wow!
Oh, Jesus.
Now we're going to get a cease and desist from the Hart family.
Sorry about that. I was
Sorry, Martha.
No, but you're
not
absolutely
condoning
right,
his
though.
words, Martha Hart. I love you.
Imagine what Heyman would have done if he was on SmackDown in like 2002, 2003.
That's what I'm saying. He probably would have been champion.
That or
could you imagine Owen Hart and Brock Lesnar in a match? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know though. Brock and Owen don't wrestle that style. Like, I know Brett credits himself like I can put on a good match with anybody. I'm not doubting he could put on a good match with Brock, but the problem with Brock is his style caters to something way different.
Well,
True.
he had a great match with Angle, and if he could have a good match with Angle, he would have had a great match with Brett.
I
He
think
had,
Well, he had a
few
good- he-
matches with Taker too.
I think
And he had good
Taker
matches.
matches were great.
And Brett had a really Kevin Nash's best match was with
Survivor
Bret
Series
Hart.
95, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know what?
I mean,
it's a shame we'll never get to see Angle versus Brett.
yeah,
That would have been a match for the fucking ages.
that would have been my dream match: Angle versus Brett, or Angle versus or Brett versus Punk, or
Can you imagine if they did that for WrestleMania X8 after the Attitude Era ended and Brett came back? And
Oh
Kurt
my
Angle
gosh,
goes,
Sonny.
"Oh, that would have stole the show."
Wow, 2 segments.
Yeah, thanks Goldberg.
This whole fucking hour is dedicated to this shit.
Pretty much.
Imagine being there live for that. Oh god.
I'd be upset. I'd be like,
Yeah, me too.
I'd be
Well,
like,
It'd be
"Hey,
like
why-"
let's get it going. Let's get it going.
because like you're
Here's-
watching this. Go ahead, bro.
Here's the thing, though. If you're trying to sell it as real, don't you want to kind of drag it out? Doesn't it take a long time to kind of clean up a mess like this? So they're kind of doing the right thing from a kayfabe perspective.
How long did it take him to clean up Owen's mess?
What are you thinking? I mean,
Wow.
No, you want to talk? No. I'm
You
not
two
saying
are
that to
on
be
one
funny.
today.
I'm not saying that to be funny, Bill. But seriously, he was in and out of that ring in like 2 minutes, right? And he died.
Well, yeah, because this was like a. Well, they weren't trying to sell that as an angle, though.
I'm just saying, like that's real. You were saying talking about if it was real, and I'm like, well, it really happened. And
How dare you make an Owen Hart joke? Like seriously, what kind
I
of sick son of a bitch are you? And this is an important part of the angle too. Now look at how they're being treated, and now Michaels is stepping in and going, "Hey,
oh, this is where they're getting recruiting.
it's a nice bridge though to get him to join the DX because
Yeah.
everyone hates him right now."
Jesus. This is Billy Gunn's peak.
Dude, Billy Gunn had more gimmicks than ever. Like he had the one Billy Gunn and Rockabilly.
Billy and Chuck.
Yeah, Billy. Oh yeah.
Billy and Chuck.
Ooh, Billy
There's
and
some
Chuck.
parts of the SmackDown 6 era that weren't so great.
There's always these guys that are like, "Oh, this guy's got so
That
much
really was the whole
potential."
first hour of the show.
Wow, that was
Wow,
it.
guys.
It is.
So I guess we'll be taking our break here in just a few minutes, guys, and we'll be back shortly. All right, we are back, guys. It is time for the War Zone. These guys have no class whatsoever. 2 men almost died, and look at these explosions. I mean, watching, like, you know, it's funny. This is like at peak Attitude Era now. The Raw theme and the stuff they show now is like so cheesy and corny.
Yeah. It's PG.
So, like, in 1 hour, we usually get between 2 to 3 matches, sometimes 4 if there's a squash. If the NWA clowns come out today, like, that's the only thing that could ruin this shit.
That is so true.
Oh, look who's coming out!
What the fuck?
It's
Wow.
Billy Gunn
Because
and
Billy's got his match.
Billy and Stone Cold
Oh, he's supposed to
versus
wrestle Stone Cold.
Road Dogg and Owen.
Oh, they're getting some heat finally. Wow.
Badass Billy.
Did you guys see what his shirt says? So do you know Road Dogg is actually part of a wrestling family?
The Armstrongs.
Yeah.
The Armstrongs.
And apparently they were super cursed, like they never got over, no matter how long they wrestled ever. And I guess Road Dogg was the first member of their family to get over.
That's over?
Well, for their family, it is.
That's,
Oh, I guess no, they did.
That's
They
comedy.
did. They did do good, I guess.
you know you made it in life when your peak feud is against X-Pac.
The one Billy Gunn.
They're putting Austin out first. I thought they
No,
said.
it's Owen. It's gonna be Owen Hart. Wait.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
Owen.
Got
Get
that
some
music.
revenge.
It's time for a change. I'm not a nugget.
He's also
Damn.
European champion
He
here.
looks pissed.
He always
yeah.
looks mad after. Wasn't it him or was it Jeff Jarrett that wore the shirt that said don't piss me off?
That was Jarrett.
That was Jarrett.
Dude, he was over at that time too. We're gonna get to that stuff in a little bit.
Everybody was over in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I honestly can't wait to see that kind of stuff.
Look at the balloons. I told you guys at the beginning of the show, this is bullshit.
Hey, are we gonna be watching? Are we gonna be watching SmackDowns too?
Yes.
Should be.
We have to.
That's true.
Because
I
there's
think we have
no
a
brand
couple more
split.
years.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause
Ah.
sometimes angles would progress on SmackDown.
It's weird because when I remember seeing Austin on SmackDown, it's like, Austin's on SmackDown? I was like, no, there was one show. But that's how good the product was.
Well, they actually, with all the talent they ended up having in like 99, 2000, they needed 2 shows to get all their talent in.
I don't know.
Yes.
I think that really killed them because
It did kill him.
they should have.
It's
Second
still
show?
killing 'em.
Well, no. So I thought
The
about
brand
this.
split.
Think about this. When Attitude Era was at its peak, when you had SmackDown and Raw running simultaneously, and you had pay-per-views every month, it's like, well, wasn't that too much? Well, no, not really, because you had 8 shows now to build up the pay-per-view. You could do the post pay-per-view Raw that kind of does the sweeping up of things that happen in the pay-per-view, and then the next SmackDown starts to build your next show. Then you have 6 more shows to build to the pay-per-view. With the brand split, now they would go to a show, they either do it in 4 weeks or they would do it in 8 weeks, and it was so inconsistent that your feuds wouldn't get settled in between them because you only had 3 to 4 shows to get something off the ramp, and usually you don't announce a match until the second or third week after the previous pay-per-view.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a big critic of the brand split, only because, like, back in the early aughts, like, the SmackDown pay-per-views in, like, 2005, 2006, they sucked fucking balls. They were
They
bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
anybody who
terrible.
bought... I mean, so, like, I think they kind of need to just end the brand split. Like you'll see it in the next... When SmackDown comes on live, some of the best wrestling they've ever put on is split between 4 hours of television.
Well, like, they'll split some guys. Like, some guys won't wrestle both shows, but they had such a wide talent pool, and they would continue feuds and storylines across those shows because they were that hot, and it would help build it up. And
Absolutely, you're absolutely right.
it's
Because you'll see like in '99, you'll see like the Dudleys wrestling opening match on SmackDown and pump the crowd up, and then you'll see like Edge and Christian towards the end of SmackDown, and then maybe the Hardys on Raw or so. Like they knew what they were doing. They were like, okay, yeah, it was really good, and yeah, and I wish we can get back to that.
I will say this: I never liked the original SmackDown set, like the big ovals or whatever.
Oh, it's ugly.
But it's
Yeah.
better than the fucking giant dumb fist. Oh shit! He's going right for it. Not even a
There you
second.
go.
Oh
Oh,
no!
Oh, come on. You
He's
need
gotta-
the
he's gotta
smile
con-
eraser. He's got to hit the smile eraser before that.
He's got to
It's a
concuss him
setup
first.
move.
Oh,
ooh, there it is.
Ooh, he always did take that better than Brett, I think.
oh yeah, the way he flopped back. Oh my god! Like Brett took it and you were like, "Ooh, that hurt." Owen takes. He's like, "Is he fucking dead?"
Well, no pun intended.
You know what? When did Owen's contract end? I'm surprised WCW didn't try to make a run for him.
He had a long contract because
Oh, he
he
did.
he wrestled for almost 2 years after the Montreal Screwjob. So he must have had a long contract.
Uh-oh.
That's from what I heard. Is his contract he had just renewed before, and the screw job happened.
I thought
And,
they did it after, right?
Well, no, and then he signed again afterwards.
Yeah. And then they
Because for
fucked
him, he was getting paid by Vince to stay because it looked good to have a heart in the company. And Owen was always going to retire early,
Yeah, he never wanted. He was just doing this for money. He was never
Yeah.
like super passionate about like. I mean, he loved wrestling and everything like that, but it wasn't like his dream to do it till he retired. He's like, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna teach.
Yeah, because he wanted to spend time with his kids too.
Oh shit!
Ooh. Owen Hart was always so smooth.
Yeah.
He was more acrobatic than Brett was.
Yes,
Like,
I was about to say
For
that.
sure.
Yeah, he's more athletic.
Oh shit! There it
acrobatic.
is.
Woo!
there, come
Oh,
on,
but he
come
never
on.
hit the smile eraser.
There you go. Make him tap. Nope. Piece of
Oh,
crap. There you go.
Whee!
Oh, is that
the fuck?
DX?
Yeah.
Ah,
There
come
it is!
on. Hit the smile eraser.
Fuck you, Rogan. Fuck you.
Oh, but he got right up. No cell,
Another
dog.
DQ.
They ring the bell?
Yeah,
Yep.
another DQ.
Get out of there.
What are those fucking Shawn Michaels punches?
That's the Shawn Michaels punch. Oh!
This is like budget NWO right here.
Is Stone Cold supposed to come out? Oh.
No, Stone Cold doesn't. The faces don't save each other. Not unless they're like previous like tag team partners or whatever.
Not to mention Stone Cold and Owen kind of had their
They're not.
their whole thing too. So you
They're
know,
not exactly on good terms.
How hard was it to say sorry? Fuck, man.
Well, he never did apologize for it. That's the thing. That's
Right,
what pissed,
yeah.
That's what pissed Austin off.
I mean, even if I did it I'd be like, my bad, guy. That's wrestling. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Your neck's too long.
They say he pretty much avoided Steve in the locker room and kind of went away and did his own thing.
Well, I guess because during the match didn't they rehearse that spot and then Owen or Stone Cold was like, I don't feel safe taking it like that.
Well,
and Owen was like, well, we'll just do it anyways.
No, the spot was he told him, hey, I'm gonna hit you with the gut wrench. I'm gonna hit you with a tombstone. And Austin was like, you're gonna fall on your knees, right? He goes, no, I'm gonna fall on my butt. And he goes,
okay,
no,
yeah,
you're gonna fall on your knees, right? He goes, no, I'm gonna fall on my butt. And Austin thought he was just getting ribbed because Owen did it. What the fuck?
What the hell?
This is not gonna
oh
happen.
no.
Yeah.
No, man.
We didn't mean to hurt him. Take this, Owens. The next night on Raw, Owens.
Wouldn't that be a real heel move? We didn't mean to hurt him. We just meant to hurt him.
If WWE really wanted to sell this Cactus Jack Terry Funk thing, they should have a Terry Funk Cactus Jack Memorial show.
Memorial next week, yeah.
I'm curious to see where they're going to go next week on the tape show, because I mean, again, the live shows are definitely proven to be better shows.
Yeah. Probably get Kurgan next week.
God, that guy got buried at the Rumble. We haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be back soon. But you're lucky. No, not very lucky. I mean, honestly, maybe they should have done something. Not, I wouldn't say similar to this, but something enough where they like take him out and then they do it to Austin too, which would have been a good setup for the 8-man tag at No Way Out.
That's true.
I mean, it's still pretty solid, and like they shouldn't have done that to Owen, like the fucking drop like that. That'd have been fucked up.
Western Union proudly presents No Way Out of Texas. It's less than 2 weeks away, Sunday, February 15th, exclusively on pay-per-view.
Okay, so we have 2 more shows.
Worldwide. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live in Indianapolis, and I don't know what else could happen tonight. We're gonna hopefully have a report from Michael Cole, who, as we understand,
Makes me wonder then if that show before the pay-per-view is live or taped.
They're normally taped.
That's so maybe they did like 3 shows this week.
I'm not sure. Is there a database that shows which ones were taped or not?
No, I'd have to look at each individual one.
What was Nitro's rating for this week?
4.7.
Oh, so they weren't that much higher than WWE.
Well, they were 3.5 was Raw.
Oh, so they were 3.5? I thought they were 4. Oh, fuck. They got trounced again. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Fuck. I remember what was going on. This is like WCW is about to put on Super Brawl 8, right? The Hogan Sting rematch.
The most heinous thing that I have ever seen personally in my entire career.
We're gonna
Right, 'cause
rerun
it's
it again.
98. Is that where Hogan gets his win back?
No, he
Sting
loses
gets
his
it.
Macho Man interferes and pins Hogan. I remember because my brother and I we decided to watch the WCW pay-per-view because No Way Out of Texas looked stupid.
Oh, man.
I think that was during the heat of the. I could be wrong. I only remember the ending of that show, but it was in the middle of the Savage and DDP feud, and that was so good.
That was a good feud.
Oh, those two.
Was
guys,
that over the U.S. title too?
I didn't think it was over any title. They were just beating each other up, and they were trying to elevate DDP to a main event status. And oh my God, those two guys who planned out all their moves, if they put those two guys like mechanically together, that's why all their shit worked. They were so good in the ring.
Yeah.
Much to the emergency room, they weren't even rushed out of the fucking dumpster.
Right?
They got left in there for 2 segments.
Two whole segments.
We should get someone who's like an EMT on here. Like, if this has happened and they were seriously injured, what are the steps? How fast would you guys get them on the stretcher?
Well, they'd have to like get them safely out of the dumpster first.
The Thrashers.
Here we go about another fucking jobber match.
What
Mosh?
did
It's
you
a
call
singles
this?
match?
The Mosh
The Mosh Brothers.
The Mosh
Brothers.
They're in a singles match. Is there no one else that you could get to compete? Like,
It's probably against someone from Los Boricuas.
Mark Merrill?
yeah!
Alright.
Holy shit! What the fuck is Sable wearing? Marrow is.
Oh
pissed.
yeah.
Like he didn't know she was gonna wear that. Like he wasn't watching her in the back. It's like, I'm just now gonna get pissed off at you.
Yeah, go Mark!
Surprised she's not wearing a potato sack.
I love the gimmick where he thought he was getting cheered and it was Sable, and he didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Fucking what a heel! Oh, uh-oh. Give him a working mic.
Oh, he is gonna make her
You're
wear
going
the robe.
nowhere without wearing my robe. Yes. Fucking hell.
All I want you to do is your job and disrobe me.
That's just property of Marvelous Mark Barrow.
This motherfucker. Glorious.
Best heel in the business right now.
Oh, God.
Only Vince knew what he had.
No shit. And he was.
We don't got all day.
We don't know.
Yeah, because you could have argued that Marrow maybe should have wrestled Austin, either after Dude Love or before Dude Love.
Probably. That's
You make me sick.
Jeez.
Get out.
How is this guy drawing more heat than your fucking heel champion?
because he's more talent. He's got something that the fans want, and he's abusing it. It's brilliant.
Back on the Stairmaster. Oh my god! Damn! Look how far he chucked that.
Who's
thing.
coming through? Yeah.
He's got himself an arm. Mero is talented though, both on the mic and in the ring.
I know that. Do you
Oh,
know
is he
who
bringing
wrote,
out Gold Dust?
Do you know who wrote most of this stuff?
Russo?
Russo. He spent a lot of time with Sable, so he's responsible for Mark
Oh
Mero.
no!
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh.
Who's that, Rhino?
That's
Oh
what it does.
God, help us.
You were serious, Chris?
Well, I didn't know.
Is that right?
Oh my god.
That's
He's got
comedy.
tape over his titties.
Fucking Dustin Rose is fucking huge.
Yeah, he has put on a few pounds. Maybe you should get on that Stairmaster after Sable.
This was the time where he was drinking and doing drugs, so yeah, he was probably a little more heavier than he should be.
Oof. Maryland Dust.
Maryland Dust.
What was that fucking
Oh, Maryland Dust.
1-2 punch before an elbow drop? Oh, that's nice. Okay, I guess he's being the equalizer.
See, it looks like Rhino from the back.
No.
Good
Rhino's
lord.
thicker.
Why?
Rhino's a lot thicker in the core.
Rhino's got like the body of Mr. Potato Head and like the arms of a toddler.
That's why his score was so perfect. Ooh, that was. Ooh.
Yeah, he fell. Barrow hit the ground before fucking Mosh. Get him, Mark. Show him why you're the best heel in the business.
There we go.
Those are some good punches. They actually look legit real. Not like fucking Taker and Sean. Taker's is the fucking worst though. This guy like,
Taker,
is an MMA
yeah.
fiend, and he's like,
Taker's an MMA animal.
remember that
Taker
match?
just stole it from Marrow.
That's one of my worst things about Undertaker's gimmick is they tried to make him into this like pseudo MMA fighter. Like, come on.
You remember that first blood match he had with Mr. Kennedy, and he made him bleed eternally?
Oh god, that was so stupid.
That was the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah, he was MMA Undertaker, but he was also Deadman Taker, so it made it like twice
Yeah.
as bad.
Yeah. Horrible gimmick. I get that he's a big fan of it, but it's like, dude, like your gimmick does not mix with MMA.
Fucking switch your gimmick back to Biker Taker and be that. Like,
Well, he
God.
did do that while he was biker. The punches started as Taker. Biker
Yeah, but
Taker.
then they continued as fucking Deadman Taker.
Yeah, I know. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying it. That's what it started.
No, we can't do Biker Taker because he does the worst promos as Biker Taker. In fact, probably the worst promo. Oh, there it is!
Oh!
Count him!
Roll
Count
up.
him!
That was a good nut shot too.
Yeah!
Give this man a title match.
Fair and square. Fair and
Seriously.
square winner.
A clean win, and who gets it? Mark Marrow.
I mean, it is a definitive finish. I wouldn't say it's a clean victory, but it was a definitive victory.
What an odd couple.
Not really. I mean,
You know-
he had
you-
Goldust. He had Sable Dust at one
You know
point
what'd be
too,
funny?
so-
Oh, he was dressed as Sable.
Yeah, you weren't here for that one.
Oh, I was gonna say that would have been funny. That would have been funny for him to do too.
He's like, my dick. He hit me in my dick.
Why just do? Oh, are they gonna show the wind up?
Oh!
Oh, told you it was a good nut
fucking
shot.
uppercut.
That was a bus driver uppercut.
Oh, no!
Oh,
Outlaw Mud
Called it.
Show
You-
Wrestling.
you called it, bro. You said fucking.
Jesus, it's like looking in a mirror of if Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty stayed a tag team and Shawn never
Oh
went single.
God,
That's
imagine.
what they look like right now.
You ever were. You're out of control. That's why we always lost matches. You have got a temper, son. You need professional help, Bradshaw.
Bradshaw temper? No.
This is fucking Cornette's wet dream right here.
Yeah, this is Cornette.
The best promo in the business. None of these motherfuckers can talk.
Yeah, Cornette.
NWA stars can talk.
Cornette thinks he's the fucking greatest fucking booker. He thinks this is the most great. He thinks this is the greatest television. He probably thinks this should go on last.
What I'm trying to figure out is like why Vince thought this was going to be good. Like, why he thought anybody was going to care about this crap.
Because Cornette was just probably in his
What the
ear.
hell? Look at this guy. Tiger Ali Singh's first
Oh, I remember him.
What the fuck? This guy is like the king jobber.
Too bad India's not going to be able to see this.
Fucking done.
We could have actually catered to them this episode, but fuck, we're fucked.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
oh.
Hey, Luis, I didn't know you wrestled for WWF.
Is that Marty Jannetty? No, that's Leaf Cassidy.
Leaf Cassidy.
Named after his father, wrestling great Tiger Jeet Singh and the immortal Muhammad Ali. This Tiger believes he has all the tools and determination.
Did this guy ever wrestle? I don't even remember him.
He does.
Seriously, that looks like you, Luis.
It does look like
It's
you.
you with a bullet.
It does look like you.
I'm shaving tomorrow. This is bullshit. This guy stole my look. You son of a bitch.
Oh,
I hope you choke on your Ganj River garbage.
it's Tiger Ali Luis.
No, it'd be Tiger Louise Singh. Sounds better.
Farouk's gonna have a match.
Farouk? Oh god, who's not going to take the Dominator tonight?
Oh, so it looks like they backfilled the last part of Raw, huh?
Yeah, the first segment ended definitely a little early. We got another 30 minutes, guys, which is weird.
Yeah.
What is Kama doing?
Oh, that wind up.
Yeah. He's like, Michael's got over. Oh,
What, a couple of more months
Oh,
before he
God.
Jobbers. Disciples of jobbers. Jobbers of Apocalypse.
They couldn't afford to ship the bikes in this week, so they only got one.
Oh, I guess not.
Oh shit! What the fuck? What's Shamrock doing out here? I guess
Didn't he help him last week?
Well, he came out, but like, is this a singles match or what's going on?
And what
War
a
of
shit
a-
fucking. What a shit fucking entrance song. Sounds like a Roadhouse grill. Yeah, why the fuck are all these people out here for one fucking... Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know.
But you guys want to bet this match does not end in a clean finish?
Oh.
If I were a betting man.
Stone Cold Jr. on the outside.
Stone Cold.
That's
Stone Cold.
That's 99 cents Steve Austin.
Great seats are still available for all of our friends down in Texas, down in Houston. It's Sunday, February 15th.
Ooh.
The Compact Center.
Mark Henry just walked in front of me. I thought it was an eclipse.
Fucking hell, Lawler!
Oh my God!
I thought he was supposed to be like pro heels. What an asshole!
Oh my God!
This match started a minute ago and they're already on rest holds. Who's fucking gas?
Play both of them.
Probably Chains.
Chains is Brian Lee, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
He was the fake taker. Who does that?
Oh!
Oh, Lord.
The electric chair!
The electric.
I'm surprised he didn't drop him on his head. He like barely was stable.
I don't know why fucking Farouk didn't do a Poison Rana.
Poison Rock. Oh,
It's an AEW, Chris.
Farouk
yeah,
can do
because
it.
you know his luchador career is well renowned.
Yeah.
are you there?
They're good.
Yes, I can. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
well,
of
that's
this-
how important this match is.
Let's go call and check in on those fucking jobbers. Bullshit. He's a gorilla. If you are unconscious, your body does not convulse like that. I'm sorry for you medical wizards out there, but when your body loses consciousness, it's like your nerves don't keep twitching like that.
Okay, Michael, thank you.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, Farouk missed.
Apparently they're both in the
No one
emergency room,
home.
and you know how hard it is to get information.
Looked like it hurt, too.
Sort of situation.
I wonder if Farouk hates the costume because he always takes it down every time he wrestles.
You
Well,
know
by
what?
the time he's a disciple of Apocalypse, he's just wearing the bottom part.
What the fuck?
You know what I like
Ascension.
about the Raw now in like the AEW television and compared to today's WWE is the fucking camera cuts.
Mm.
The camera cuts are so ridiculous now in WWE. Like they cover up like any little blemish.
Well, I remember watching
He's gonna
Wrestlemania,
get counted out?
and Stone Cold was doing the mud stomp, and it was like,
Oh, here
I
comes
felt like I was
the
gonna have a seizure with all the cuts they were making.
No, what
Right? It's fucking hard to watch.
I don't know if WWE still does this, but the thing where people get beat up and they zoom the camera in and out really fast.
Well,
where
they go
bounce
left.
the camera up and down. When
They'll go to the right side, then they'll go to the left side, then they'll go to the middle, then they'll go. Like within 5 seconds, they'll show 6 different cameras.
Why the,
of the
fuck
same-
is Ahmed wearing a fanny pack?
Because he's cool.
It was the thing to wear back then, wasn't it?
He's got his icy hot in there just in case he injures himself.
Ah.
Why are they not putting mics on The Rock? He should be talking every episode. Get your big ass over there.
He's the bull of the woods. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 30 seconds with the NWA.
Wow.
Bradshaw has a partner. Who could that be? We'll find out in
It just got a partner.
And now the Western Union Rewind. Western Union, the fastest
Better not be
way to
this
spend money
fucking
worldwide.
dumpster thing again. Oh my god, there's Kurgan.
Oh, Shotgun Saturday Night. That was my show, boys. That was my show. It's the only thing I could watch.
God, he's the fucking star of Shotgun Saturday Night. What the fuck? Not gonna lie, that'll get you over. I mean, you bet he's a shit wrestler, but that's a kind of a cool gimmick right there.
Western Union, the fastest way to
Skill from the guy
Getting
underneath too.
carried? Oh yeah, that's fucking
Wow.
exhausting.
Thank you very much for being with us here tonight. We are live in Indianapolis. The Market Square Arena here is.
Does that mean we have Kurgan next though?
Get more information
God.
from,
No, he's a Saturday Night where he fucking belongs. An OVW next.
We'll bring it to you. It was,
Till the oddities.
well, we're hoping for the
That's
best in
right.
this situation. Well, I'll tell you, I'm still worried in the fact that there's not more
Tag team?
Can Shamrock?
Oh no.
No, NWA.
NWA.
the NWA contingent.
Well, like, this is what's hilarious about the NWA. These guys suck, and nobody cares about them. And what was left of the NWA is kicking their ass every week on Nitro.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it Jeff Larrett? He's got a big L on his chest. I love how they talk about NWA like it was this the big
Prestigious
awesome
thing.
Like nobody. That's the thing about WWE. WWE doesn't care about anything outside of WWE. If it didn't happen in WWE, it doesn't count. And to their credit, I agree. That's when Ric Flair came in as the real world champion. I was like, this dude's like half Hogan's size. Hogan's like snap him like a toothpick. That's why their matches never drew.
Well, they were not
too cold.
paired.
Oh, that's why Flash Funk was in his fucking trunks today.
What a fucking odd couple.
I mean, that's what we said about Bradshaw and Farouk.
Dude, that honestly, APA was one of the best tag teams in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, they really were. Especially
But,
once
like-
they became APA.
Yeah, like it was cool. Like they didn't even wrestle matches, but they were like seen as so tough that they were just bodyguards for folks. That
I mean,
was
to this
awesome.
day, there's still nothing funnier than the fact that they had that just random door. And they made everyone go through the door.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so good.
He doesn't care how he does it. You got it,
Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, Flash can move.
Second-generation star from
I'm
Henderson,
not sure I'm feeling that
Tennessee.
ponytail
Oh God.
Gifted athlete, but
though. Damn, he got height on that drop kick.
great as he thinks he is.
Yeah, Funk was always he was always good.
Oh.
The problem was he just got the shittiest gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks silly.
At least he's not wearing those big ass boots that he started out with in his career.
Oh yeah.
One thing I can't wait
God, I hate to bring it up. Remember the last time we saw Flash Funk?
Steve Austin in the ring. Well, you're gonna see it. We're gonna get that.
Yeah, I do. Chris doesn't though, because Chris
No,
was
what
here.
happened?
We told you about it. With
I
Gold
forgot.
Dust. Gold
Oh, was that his costume?
Dust? No.
But man,
Gold
fucking
Dust put on the
Flash
blackface.
for like
Oh,
like-
yeah.
for like the first 30 seconds, it looked like Flash was shooting on Goldust. What the fuck? He's injured?
That was quick.
I mean, he wasn't gonna stand for what they did to
It's not like he fell out of a dumpster or whatever.
Jack.
Bradshaw, that big elbow, 300 pounds, covering a 2 count. Bradshaw reminding so many longtime WWF fans of Stan the Lariat Hansen. The man that
So
broke
Jarrett
Bruce's
ends up
neck,
leaving
neck, but it looks like
in
right now that
98,
Bradshaw may
right?
have to go it alone.
Doesn't he go back to
Bradshaw is
WCW?
being helped out of here. He is hurt.
Yeah, I think so. But then he comes back.
He comes back. He goes to WCW in 99. That's where he never comes back to WWE. But I thought between there and then he goes back to WCW because wasn't he feuding with Mongo McMichael?
Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, absolutely
I think that was when he first.
His
No, because
first
yeah,
run?
I can't remember. I think he does go to WCW and like he's only there for like a couple of months and then he comes back as a Slapnuts gimmick. Basically starts the Slapnuts gimmick in WWF. Then he goes back to WCW with that.
Alright, I'm gonna look this up.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I
So-
never really watched WCW.
No, what's it called? No, he did the rivalry thing in 96 and 97. I thought it was later. He's here in WWE until 99 when the shit goes down.
And then I wonder when he changes gimmicks. Then
Probably after he leaves his NWA bullshit.
maybe. Well, I know he ends up teaming up with Owen.
What is the point of this nonsense? Just like Cornette suck. I bet you know what? Honestly, I bet Russo's hating this shit, and he's telling Vince, "You gotta get this off television, Vince. It's awful. No
Oh
one
yeah,
cares about it."
yeah.
And fucking
Yeah, look at-
Cornette comes in the back. Fucking Vince, you hear that audience out there? Everybody fucking loves it, man.
Yeah, listen to the
This
crowd
wrestling
reaction.
That is true.
You could hear a heartbeat out there in that crowd.
Well, like, has any of these matches been anything but like basic stuff you would see
He
in?
beat Jarrett.
Oh! Wow, that was a clean finish though.
Yeah, no, our one clean finish, but I mean it was. Come on.
Basically a handicap match too, because Funk went out early.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, here he comes. Oh.
they-
No.
Why would you drop the racket, you idiot?
Ooh.
The whole and yeah, this is. And then,
At
at least that's
the
one
whole-
thing that's true. This is the whole NWA.
Yeah.
Did Did TNA partner with NWA for a while to hold their
Yes.
titles and stuff?
Yeah.
For the
They
first,
started
like,
out as NWA. Yeah.
yeah,
They're
they were called-
NWA TNA.
yeah.
It wasn't until 2000 and what 2007 they finally broke away from NWA and just they introduced their own titles.
Yeah.
Psychology-wise, what is going on here? Bradshaw is not getting a push. He's not going anywhere. So this is doing nothing for him. Nobody
Nope.
gives a shit about the NWA. They're not built up to be a monster heel faction that anyone's going to wrestle. So what is the point of all this?
It's a good question.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's a waste of fucking television. And I will glad if Cornette hears this, you fucking peanut brain moron, thinking this is the greatest fucking shit ever. This is bullshit. And I hope you fucking know that. This is garbage. No one gives a shit about it. Your best years are behind you managing Yokozuna.
Probably, yeah.
Still showing
Man, they're really milking this.
this is
Whee!
I didn't mean it to hurt him. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah.
They tried to make it for themselves. Let's face it. The most careless, reckless thing I've ever seen. Look at this. I mean, imagine if that lid had come open. Imagine if that lid had come open and Terry Funk and Cactus Jack had spilled out. That dumpster.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was the dangerous part of that. That's why they tied up those lids.
Decapitated somebody. It could have.
Big steel dumpster, those guys in it, and certainly those dumpsters are not made for joyrides, nor was they.
I wonder how many people tried to imitate this stunt afterwards.
Left, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, about a half hour or so to go to the hospital. Michael, are you back with us?
God, this is fucking. I already know what the title for the show is gonna be.
What's going on?
Cole is at the hospital. Police have been called.
You're sick.
Break it up. I can't hear.
There's heavy security here now. The condition is obviously.
Cole is in Gorilla getting instructions from Vince.
We're losing our signal. Michael, can you hear us? Apparently, we have lost.
I felt like you were saying, Chris, if this was a live event, that my first wrestling show, my first live event, this would have been the event I picked, I'd be so mad.
In the emergency room.
They spent half this fucking show doing nothing. And Michael Hayes in the audience over here.
Did I literally miss nothing while I was gone?
8 weeks, guys.
8 weeks.
8 weeks. Ugh.
We gotta get your boy on the schedule, Brett. Let's get him on the show.
Which one? Oh, David?
Yeah, I love David. He's my homie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I told David about how much Luis hates the New Age Outlaws, and of course David loves the New Age Outlaws, and that literally sent him into a whole tirade on our way to the hat, where he just started doing the road dog thing, and he's like, "How can he not like that? How can he not like that intro?" And I'm like,
It's fine.
But
I,
then
you know
again,
what? I can totally see why he's invested, because losers love losers.
yeah. Yeah, we just need to figure out which week we're gonna get to for WrestleMania.
Yeah, we'll probably have to find it like the Raw before. We'll probably do it on like a weekend morning or something like that, sometime where we have enough. Because it's gonna be a big show. It's gonna be a 3 to 4 hour show that we're gonna do.
I feel like with the pay-per-views, we probably should do those on the weekend, just to give us
Who the
more
fuck is this guy?
more flexibility or time.
Why is this?
Why is he selling it?
We sold all those tickets in a record 90 seconds, the fastest sellout in the history of the World Wrestling Federation.
Why is that guy having a seizure? Ah!
He got in
90
second.
seconds. How is that even
Well,
internet sales? Telephone?
phone sales. I always wondered how that worked. Like, you have to go to the arena and be at the front door of the arena.
That's
buy
how it used to
tickets.
be. Used to be you would go
Oh,
to the
no.
arena.
Somebody pulled the plug on Wink.
Oh shit! It's Kane. This.
That's
fucking
Solomon
guy.
Kane.
Is this the setup for the Pete Rose stuff?
Pete Rose.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say that happens at this WrestleMania. That happens like
Pete Rose is like the only celebrity that's deserving of the Hall of Fame. Because they put fucking Drew Carey in it. They put Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. He was on like one episode of Raw. Fucking Pete Rose has a gimmick. He literally had a gimmick.
is it Pete Rose in the WWE Hall of Fame?
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He may have been the first celebrity. I don't know.
He was.
Well, the worst part about the whole Pete Rose thing was in WrestleMania X7. They had him there, but they couldn't figure out how to get him in the mat in there. They didn't know what to do. Like, how do we get Pete in there? So it ended the tradition.
Well, who was he? Who was Kane wrestling at the time?
He was in that hardcore match.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
he won the hardcore title.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why I'm like, how could they not fit him in? Like, it's a hardcore match with Kane. Like,
Kane
Pete
should've-
Rose should have came in and, like, hit him, you know?
Yeah, can you imagine that? Hit him with a fucking bat.
Yeah, anything.
Of the hell that the Undertaker is living right now.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no.
Jeez, he had to go. He had to go a long way to do that.
Yes!
Winner!
Get him, Van! God, he got fucking over. Listen
He's
to that.
over.
Because they're like, this is the only guy who's like stood up to Kane so far.
Yeah, it's true.
You had to push that dumb cameraman out of the way.
Did they wrestle at No Way Out?
I think that's the big fat piece of shit promo. I think so.
Wasn't Paul Bear Vader's manager too?
No, it was Cornette.
Oh.
Wait, he may have been, because wasn't Vader and Kane or Mankind a thing for a while?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were in like late '96.
That's one hell of a promo.
For February 15th on pay-per-view. Paul Bearer is nodding his head in affirmative. He said, yeah, come and get some. What is Vader doing here? Fire out! I'm going to put your fire out right now!
What the fuck?
The hell?
Oh,
I feel
shit!
bad.
Oh, wow.
I feel bad for the audio guy.
Some good no selling though. Oh, jeez.
That'll show him.
Hope he took
I
some
mean,
deep
it's
breaths.
working though. Look at this. Look,
Oh,
people are
He's
hyped for
probably
this
legit
shit.
out of breath.
That was the first time that's ever happened to Kane.
Yeah, he's the first time he's ever been hoofed out of the ring. Oh, fucking bear!
His face. I mean, think about it. This actually is a pretty good person to put him up against before the match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta feed someone to the Kane to get him over. He's already destroyed Mankind and he's been beating up kind of jobbers and nobody since. But getting a win over Vader will definitely give him a little bit of an edge going into that match.
We've talked about it. Kane and Hellfire. They're synonymous. They're one and the same. But we
I always loved Vader. He's always a great fun to watch. God, so scared of him though as a kid.
It was that helmet. It was his song in WCW, and that helmet freaked me out.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was just like, you saw him and he was so much bigger than the WCW wrestlers. Like, who beats this guy?
Well, his theme music was almost like evil sounding. It was dun, 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 dun. Like it was just like fucking creepy.
Yeah. His WWF music was way better though.
I did like his Vader music in WWF. Jim Johnston, you've done it again, you son of a bitch.
You know what his last WWE produced song was, and I
You mentioned this
hate,
before. I don't remember.
was Baron Corbin's song.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, forgot about that.
Oh,
Oh, no!
Oh,
Tombstone City.
that's such a good, pretty tombstone.
Match might actually be good.
They should stiff the shit out of each other. You know what I love to see? Vader in his prime versus Brock Lesnar in his prime. Just stiffing the shit out of each other.
Oh, that would have been good.
That would have been pretty solid. Oh, that's right. These two are actually going to wrestle. These guys are going to be fucking feeling on top of the world. They're the stars of this fucking
I know,
episode.
three
This
segments.
would have been Crazy Dave's wet dream of a show.
Oh, shit.
Or as I like to call it, Luis's worst nightmare. They gave the microphone to Billy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Billy
this guy
doesn't sound
can't-
good doing it.
Somebody shut Bob up. You guys are jobbers. You guys, Mick Foley beat you guys by himself.
He's giving his belt to the.
You know,
Oh,
it's crazy in wrestling how your gimmick name sticks for so long. Like Billy Gunn was one of the smoking guns, yet everyone knew it was Billy Gunn for God knows how long.
Still know him as Billy Gunn.
What do they call him in TNA?
Oh, it was like Kip
Kip
Kip James.
Kip James, yeah.
James,
Kip
yeah.
Why Kip James?
Because
they
his real
wanted-
name is Kip, I think, right?
His real name is Kip, and
Yeah.
James because he took Jesse James, so it'd be Jesse James and Kip James.
Yeah, they were Suedo not married. Oh shit.
Yeah!
Oh, Austin.
Oh,
That was the match, huh?
Because that was all before the bell.
they're part of the Voodoo Kin, the Voodoo Kin Mafia. What a fucking get it? VKM.
KM, we all know what it meant.
Huh?
As
Hey, you guys are the
where
one.
did they come from?
Yeah, get him!
See if Owen comes out now.
No, he's got to sell those injuries.
Throw him off the stage.
Break his neck
Oh my
again.
god.
I love how the
Oh my
timekeeper's
God.
ringing the bell as if that's gonna stop him.
It's supposed to.
It's supposed-
Why they
That's
no
a-
listen?
That's such a early '90s WWF thing.
I love that. Yeah.
Like, because you're like as a kid, somebody stop the match, help him.
Yeah.
Ring the bell.
This is a
That's when they
good.
kiss him
yeah.
on the forehead.
This.
Look at his face.
This is good. Oh
That's
shit!
what
Hey, look who it is.
Oh,
He's got this carrying the IV and crap.
What the fuck?
serious?
Oh god.
They ruined this fucking moment.
Seriously.
Are you serious? Like we didn't even know they left the hospital yet. There they are. in a
Terry
hospital.
Funk has just regained consciousness.
Yet he couldn't put on his clothes.
That is one of the best ways to intimidate a baby face is take the belt, shove it in their face, and go, "This is as close as you're ever gonna get."
Now, I remember that. And I was like, God, that's
That was
finally
good.
some good heel heat from Sean. But they're just starting the feud right now between them. They play Austin's music and he's already fucking gone.
Yeah.
Just shows you who the star is.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh, there he is.
With a shirt? What the fuck?
It's a DX shirt. Like he ripped it off of them or something.
No! Monster! Extra attitude.
Attitude. Oh, this is after the show.
Interesting. I never knew these segments existed. Oh, that was a fucking risky jump there, Steve, with your bad fucking knee.
Yeah, seriously.
This is cool. God, look at those flash bulbs. I miss that shit, man.
I do miss flash bulbs.
You fucking with that camera? Is that the same cameraman he always fucks with?
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's
believe
funny.
it.
It's a Scott Hall
Oh,
once
shit.
said, "Oh, what the fuck was that for?"
The balloon from the beginning of the show.
Oh, that's right. That'll show him. Pop the balloon.
Yeah, right. That was some extra attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of cool. I like seeing this segment. Was it a great segment? No, but it was cool to see it. Wow,
Yeah.
I have to say, not a bad show. I enjoyed it.
I gotta say,
Definitely better than the last 2 weeks for sure.
I think we all know who carried this episode of Monday Night Raw.
The Wage Outlaws.
His initials. His initials are Mark Marrow.
Oh,
I don't know. Maryland Dust was pretty good too.
he's working his way up the card, beating fucking grades like Tom Brandy. Oh god.
What a
And
good
the
show.
Thrashers.
It was a good show. I was actually I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid show. It was a very easy watch. I wasn't groaning as much as I normally do. There was a couple of mega bad. I thought the injury segment went on for far too fucking long, and they ruined
Way
it.
too long.
They fucking ruined it at
Way
the end
too long.
with
Yeah.
bringing them back. Like, oh yeah, look how tough they are. They came out of the like. Now they know how fucking fake this is, Vince. You fucking idiot. Like,
It would have been better for the following week, because then you would have had all 4 of the baby faces get, teamed up on.
mm-hmm.
You could have brought them back and really built up to that match, and nope, they did this instead.
Yeah, weird stuff. But I mean, I'm liking the build so far to Mania. I'm not really counting the No Way Out in Texas because we've got 3 matches on there so far, and it's gonna like the last time we had one of these shows with DX. We had in the Rumble we had the fucking little people match. Oh, God.
The little people match.
I don't know. But you know what? I was right though. See, I said I have good thoughts on this, Brad. Was I not right?
We're right, but you didn't put money on it.
We can check the tapes. That might need a verification.
Okay.
But fun show. Weasel, thoughts?
Oh, it was a good show. Way better than the last week. The medical segments lasted too long, but I guess they drove the point home that no, because they ran back.
If
but
you
if they
want to
didn't run
make these
back,
guys look like they're tough, they should have been fighting the EMTs to not be put in there. And they should be like, no, you have to. You could have internal injuries or whatever. That would have sold it better because like if they're trying to sell the seriousness of, oh my god, they're really hurt, and then they fucking come out like nothing's wrong. Like, who are you trying to kill?
I agree. It like I said, it would have been better had you just kept them off the rest of the show.
Yeah,
right.
Then you're selling the seriousness of it. Not only that, But your whole goal here is to try to get the New Age Outlaws to DX's level, right? Of like villainy in a
Right.
way. What's better way to do that than to have the guys you put in the hospital, I don't know, maybe stay in the hospital,
But
hurt.
it's a four-way, right? At No Way Out,
The
right?
eight-man-
Four on four.
Four-way.
8-man tag.
It's 8-man tag.
Okay, yeah. So that's
Well,
so it makes sense why they did it
what
the
were
way
they
they
trying
did
to
it.
do? Like, oh my God, Cactus Jack and Terry Funk are out of the hospital. Quick, change to
Yeah.
WCW. Change back. What the fuck are they? They did nothing. They ran to the ring and they look like idiots.
Yeah, it's just one of
And they
those. Like,
did.
oh, hey, look, they're so strong, they're so hardcore that they got out of the hospital.
No, I think it had the
Type
opposite
thing.
effect. And I mean, like watching it now, maybe when I was younger, I guess it's weird. They always said the target demographic audience for WWE was like the 13 to 17 demographic, and WCW always targeted the college crowd, the 18 to 24, that really coveted. And it kind of shows with the way they're telling stories here in WWE, because it seems very childish the way they tell stories here versus WCW. They had a little bit air of sophistication to them.
I mean, I was within their demographic, WWF's demographic, during the Attitude Era, so that makes sense.
No, that's right. And I'm not saying like I don't remember what I thought as a kid watching that stuff. I just remember thinking like, oh my God, could they be seriously hurt? Because again, you're that young, you're like half mark, half smart.
Yeah,
You're trying to,
I remember. Yeah, I remember being that young and thinking like, oh my God, like they're hurt, because it was the same thing, because they didn't do that since the whole Shawn Michaels collapse. So
The smile eraser.
Every time we see that on the show, it's great.
I pop every single time.
We need to, what we need to do? We need to get the Wikipedia article changed so that it's the name
It's not
Insiguri. No, the
It's a
Insiguri
smile eraser.
is Japanese for smile eraser.
Smile
That's the second shirt. First shirt is Mark for Mero. Second, the shirt after that would be in like Insiguri in Japanese, and underneath translates to smile eraser.
Smile eraser.
All
Wear
right.
that
Well,
shirt.
I'm excited for next week. I'm kind of it's getting good. The build is getting better, and they're kind of focusing on that long-term story build. We're 8 weeks away from Mania. I think we're 3 away from. I think we have 2 more shows after this before No Way Out. So it's going to be a fun
Actually,
build.
one
Yes.
more.
What is it? One
They said
today?
there was 2 more.
Are you sure?
Because
it was
Said on the broadcast.
No Way Out is February 15th.
What was
yeah.
the date of the Raw we just watched?
The second. So there's
No Way Out's the 15th.
Yeah, No Way Out is the 15th, 1998.
So the
February.
Go Home Raw is next week.
Yeah, the Go Home
We
Raw
have
for
3
No Way Out is
fucking matches on this stupid card.
Even then, the 8-man tag wasn't made official this week,
It's
was
actually,
it?
it's actually a 5. It's a 5-man non-sanctioned match. No Way Out 2008, and then that 98. Excuse me.
How-
5?
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
Austin, Owen, Cactus Jack, Chainsaw Charlie. No, it's 4. Triple H, Savio
Yeah,
Vega.
learn
and
how to
the
do
New Age Outlaws.
math.
Because Sean was supposed to be in the match, but his back was so bad they had Savio replace him.
So hey, fun fact before we go. So the next No Way Out's 98. 10 years later, myself, the Weasel, and Dr. Legend go to No Way Out in 2008. Trivia question: Who's the only person to wrestle at both the 98 and 2008 No Way Outs?
Shawn
Triple
Michaels.
H.
No, Shawn Michaels did not wrestle at that.
Triple H.
No, Michaels did not
Triple
wrestle
H.
at that.
It's Triple
Yeah,
H.
it's gotta be
Actually,
Triple
it's
H.
2. It's actually 2 wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
So
So
Shawn
it's
Michaels is
Triple
one of them.
H
Triple H.
and
And Shawn Michaels
Nope.
oh, because Shawn
Michaels.
Michaels did wrestle at No Way Out.
Well, yeah, he
in
did.
2008.
Not in '98. He gets replaced by Savio Vega.
Yeah.
It's Triple H and Kane.
Ah, Kane. I should have known.
Oh, that's bullshit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I figured Triple H.
My brother's
Oh,
finally happy. I know something.
wait.
I love my brother's like,
Wait.
I got a trivia question. Which one wrestler wrestled in both No Way Outs? Triple H. Which 2 wrestlers?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Fuck you, bro.
Lord have mercy.
Fuck you, Brad.
I didn't make it. I just guessed correctly. It's not my fault you got the question wrong.
I heard the question wrong.
Brother,
I heard it wrong.
maybe my brother said it wrong. I don't know. Oh, all right. We'll close the show out for now, guys. Super excited. See what happens next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, feel free to send us an email, the Dudes with Attitude Podcast @gmail.com if you want to answer questions on the air. Sorry, India and Russia and all those places. You guys can't see us here today. Oops. But I'll never visit there anyway, so fuck you guys. So I am the good Dr. Legend, signing off for the magnificent Brett Evers.
Till next week.
The supreme submission machine, Angelo.
I'll be back next week with my revenge.
And no egoism magnific.
See if he's back next week.
Well, you know what? Goldberg had a streak. We're gonna have the Weasel streak counter. How many episodes in a row he makes it? He comes in here. We gotta get some sparklers and shit every time.
He's like Gilbert.
And he's breathing smoke like Goldberg does. Oh, that's good.
He's gotta start kicking his computer and shit. Gotta bang your head into the door before you get on camera.
So long, everybody. We will see you guys next time.
Oh, Lord.